Good evening and welcome to another edition of the Press Box. This is our first Kenny in 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's been crazy 2 weeks with the postseason and everything. It's good. It's good to be back. I'll tell you.
Yeah, and we got a good guest to come back to.
Definitely. Yep.
Not many of our local teams, baseball, softball, still left, but one of them is Juniata. The Indians tomorrow going for their second straight District 6 title. They have a rematch with Forest Hills in the finals. And where is that, Craig?
Forest Hills is
No, I know where that is. Where's
it's
the game being
Johnstown,
played?
Johnstown area. The
Yep.
game's going to be played at Cambria or Central Cambria High School in Evanston.
Okay. That's what I was confused on. I know where Forest Hills is, but I didn't know where they were playing the game. And it's going to be a battle of the pitchers here, according to Mr. Bubb, and we welcome him to the show. Thank you for coming on, Craig.
Absolutely,
Yes,
absolutely.
We got a lake already. Jeez.
Wow.
Tabitha Dunn. Thank you,
Oh,
Tabitha.
Yeah. That's Reagan Lowry's aunt.
Oh, you were right. Reagan's a hell of a catcher.
Oh, she's a
hitting too.
She's a beast. She's a beast back there. She's a fun player to coach, fun player to watch.
Okay, you had a tough match or a tough game earlier. You expected this though, right? You're talking about playoff softball now.
Sure.
This isn't regular season stuff.
No, and the chip shots are over at this point. You got to play your best ball, and everybody knows they want to take their best shot at Juniata at this point. Everybody's going to give us a tough game. Everybody wants to say they knocked off, Liz Gazier and the Big Red Train, and so we're gonna take everybody's haymaker here on out.
Yeah, I mean, does that get a little like? I'm looking for the right word, not frustrating, maybe, but you've gotten to the point now with this program where people, if you win 5-4 or something like that, they go, "Oh my God, they only won by a run.
Right.
What's going on?"
Right. And when you I'll tell you the most frustrating thing for me is not that. It's that people that have never come down to Mifflintown to watch a game or people that have never watched this team play, they're kind of naysayers. They're like, well, that team's just all about Liz Gazier. And while it's great to have a weapon and a player the caliber of a Liz Gazier, we batted 376 as a team this year. We scored 225 runs.
That's awful.
And have given up 13. So
that's awful. What's wrong with you?
Yeah. And the other thing is now we made a couple little uncharacteristic mistakes in that Central Cambria game that left them, sneak out. But up until that game, through 22 games, we'd only made 5 errors all season. We'd made 5 errors all season. There was games the first 2 years that we got down to Juniata where we'd make 5 or 6 errors a game. And we played 22 games and made 5 errors. So it was like even when teams got a bat on the ball, and even when teams did put the ball in play, we made every play. So it's unfair to the other 17 girls on this varsity roster for the postseason to say that the only reason you're there is because of one. It's definitely a team. They all know that. We know that in the dugout. We know that on the practice field. So we kind of write that off, but it's easy for some people to say that. So
well, you guys have shown that in your last game, being down late, and everybody seemed up and down the lineup, chipped in to keep you guys alive and pick up the win.
Yeah, well, 6, 7, 8 won it. 6, 7, 8 won it, and that's where we got the 2 base runners that we needed, and Lexa Kuhn is sitting there in the 8 hole, who's got hot lately. She came through for us on a full count. She was 1 pitch away from her high school career from being over, or continuing it on for 2 games, and at least 2 games, and she dug deep, and she chose not to end her career that way, and hats off to her for gutting it out and doing what she needed to do, and even the 2 girls before that for working. I think Victoria Moore worked a 11 pitch walk, and Soph was a 10 pitch walk. So they gutted it out and did what they had to do to get on base to give us a shot.
Hey, I want to see move away from the cameraman. I want to see who's camera bombing you. Your other coach.
Oh yeah, that's Sadie.
Sadie.
That's Courtney.
Awesome.
He was like, I want to be in this shot up there.
Yeah. Just relaxing on the couch.
Oh yeah. She's fat chilling.
Assistant coach Sadie Bubb.
Sadie Bubb. Yeah.
I thank you. I always like to shout them out because they're taking the time. Fred Parnell, thank you for the like, Fred. Appreciate it.
Oh yeah, Fred. He's a big old football guy down there, but he's become a fast softball fan the last few months. So we appreciate him supporting us and pushing our message out there.
So let's give me a little scouting report. Since you met them last year, it's not like they're unfamiliar to you. Give me a scouting report on what you expect from Forest Hills.
Well, they knocked off Phillipsburg in the other semi. Good friend of mine, my other dog now, he thinks he wants to be in the shop.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. I'm gonna try to talk to Steve Frank up there in Phillipsburg tomorrow a little bit and just see what differences they have. But Phillipsburg scored 6 on Smiach, or the pitcher up there at Forest Hills. Very good. Last year she gave up 3 hits to us. We did work 6 walks, and the one error that Forest Hills committed was in the 8th inning, which was our walk-off, run to win 2-1. So we did put the ball in play against her. I think they have a pretty good scouting report on Liz now. I think we might have to work a few different pitch sequences to at least the top half of their lineup. I think that's where we might have an advantage. I feel more confident with our entire lineup. I think, I think we can challenge. I think we can challenge the bottom half of their lineup. I probably should watch what I'm saying, but I think Liz had 19 strikeouts in an 8-inning game against them last year. So I think they're going to try to play a little small ball. I think most of the teams that we face from here on out are just going to try to put a ball in play and try to force us into mistakes. Defensively, we got to be on top of that. We gotta play sound defense. We got to play quick. But I think, it's not going to be an 8-7 game. It's probably more like a 3-2 or a 2-1 game. I think that's probably where we're going to be with the 2 pitchers that are going to be throwing and the defenses that are going to be out there. I think it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to come down to the 7th inning. They're going to be the home team. They're the top seed. So we're going to have to get 21 outs. We're going to have to figure out how to get 21 outs. So
is that game at 4?
6:30.
Oh, nighttime.
So we're the late game. The single A games before us, Glendale and Conemaugh Valley, I believe. They play at 4.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Beth
Turf
Moist,
field. Turf
for the
field.
like.
So it's a turf field. Forest Hills plays all their home games on turf. We haven't played a game on turf all season.
Oh, there's a obvious next question then.
Yeah.
Any concerns about that?
Well, I mean, we played 4 games in the postseason last year on turf. So the girls all have experienced it. I mean, Forest Hills returns their entire lineup. They didn't graduate a single senior last year. We bring back 8 of 9 starters. So, we there's not going to be any unfamiliar territory. They've all had the experience on turf. The cool thing about the rain this afternoon is, wet grass, wet short grass plays a lot like turf. So I pounded a bunch of hard hit line drives and ground balls off the wet grass tonight, just kind of try to mimic the turf. So, they handled it well. And like I said, they've experienced it. They know what it's going to be like. So plus we'll play a little faster on turf.
Yeah, I figured it was going to be faster game.
Yeah, we'll play a little faster on turf. I think that helps us.
Could come down to what last year, an error.
Hey, you never know. I mean, we focus our batting practice. We focus our drills. Everything we talk to the girls about is making solid hard contact. And so when you hit the ball hard, you can kind of dictate what the defense does. A hard hit one hop liner down the third baseline. That's a little scary to a lot of kids. So, if we can just continue to hit the ball hard and make good solid contact, the gaps open up on turf. So those balls that might slow down when they hit grass, that can get cut off before the fence, they're getting to the fence on turf. So, if we can continue to make good solid contact and continue to hit the balls gap to gap, my kids are probably sick of hearing that because they hear it about 30 times a night. But that's what we coach. That's how we coach. We don't coach contact. We coach hard, solid contact to the gap. So
nice. Thank you, Chad Smith, for the like. Appreciate it. Another like. Hey, Sean, thanks for showing up. Appreciate it. Okay. Now you said pretty much go over the scenario then for people who maybe don't know. If you win, where are you going? Who are you getting?
So when we win,
see, I have to say, if I have to be,
we play Monday versus the 3 seed out of District 7, which is Ligonier Valley. They knocked off Avonworth last night, 4-2, I believe it was 4-0. Ligonier Valley beat Avonworth 4-0. Avonworth is who we beat in the quarterfinals last year. They were the defending state champ. So if we win, we host. We'll play in Mifflintown on Monday, 4:30. We'll play Ligonier Valley. If we lose, we will travel to Kutztown and play them. They are the District 3 champ. They knocked off Susquehanna in the semis and then beat Littlestown last night 8-0. So we either play Ligonier Valley or Kutztown. When we stay at home, lose, we hit the road for a couple weeks.
Got you. So we want to keep you guys at home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
How was the fans at that game against Central Cambria?
Oh my God, they were amazing. They were absolutely amazing. My wife was down at the game and said it was like it was utter chaos and excitement when Lexicune hit that ball to the gap. Everybody jumped out of their seats and started running to the fence, and we're just they were willing Sophie Smith around the bases on that one, and yeah, it was really, really super, super cool. I mean, they were out there cheering and screaming and yelling for, minutes after that last play. So they've been fantastic. I mean, all year long, the whole last year, this team has brought a new, like, kind of love for softball down to Juniata County, where there really wasn't much for a long time, and it's kind of cool to be a part of, because the community totally rallies. Like they're already like putting together kind of a cheering section for us leaving tomorrow at 2:00 to head out to Evansburg. They're going to be lining the streets again, and
nice.
it makes the girls feel special. It kind of gives them a little bit of celebrity status, a little bit, so they kind of feel good about that. And it is nice. It's nice that the community's talking about it. The people down there are really appreciative that there's something positive that they can kind of wrap their arms around it, and it's kind of special to be a part of.
When you get a team that's you said they were familiar with Liz. Is there anything you can do? I mean, or you don't mess with a good thing that you and Jack can talk about strategy of changing things up?
Oh,
that they might not have seen from Liz.
Yeah, we definitely do. I'm not gonna give out any trade secrets.
No, I don't want you to give any.
But we definitely talk. Some of these kids in the Tri-Valley League have seen Liz 20, 22, 24 times. They understand tendencies, the good ones, the good ones, they understand tendencies, and they start looking for pitches. So you kind of gotta throw them off. And the key for Liz is to stay ahead in the count. You want her breaking stuff. You want a rise ball or curve ball. You want that to be available later on in the count. You don't just want her throwing fastballs, down 2-0 or down 3-1. So you want to try to stay ahead in the count. So yeah, we've definitely talked about some different strategies on, starting hitters out. And listen, Jack's a master at it, and I like to sit there and I'll get in his ear about, certain things, but sometimes he listens, sometimes he doesn't. I guess he's earned that right. He's like, no, I'm not going to throw that. I'm going to throw this, and the great thing about Liz is she has 2 wild pitches all year. So she's constantly around the plate. Everybody likes to talk about Liz's strikeouts, and she has 340 of them this year. 340 strikeouts in a year is just absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
But to me, the thing that's even more impressive is she has 11 walks, and 2 or 3 of them were intentional walks, where we kind of intentionally, we didn't just put a runner on, but we worked around a hitter in a certain situation, so, she's constantly around the plate. You have to swing the bat when you face Liz Gager. You just have to swing the bat, and most times they swing and miss, and that to me, the more impressive stat for Liz is the fact that she's only walked 11 hitters all year.
Yeah, that is impressive.
Yeah, I mean, we've worked 10 walks in a game, and she's pitched 132 innings and has given up 11 walks. That's just amazing. Yeah.
I know you mentioned their pitcher, Forest Hills. Anybody else on the team that you have to be wary of?
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, they have two sisters. One's a shortstop and one's a catcher, and they're both really, really, really good. Their last name is Gadula, um, Gdula, and they bat first and third, and Smiach is a pitcher. She usually bats right between them. I mean, they're tough outs. They're very tough outs. And so yeah, the top 3 or 4 hitters in their lineup are all completely dangerous, can change a game in a swing. So, and then they do have, if I'm remembering correctly, I know they have at least one lefty, little slapper, quick speedster down kind of in the bottom third of their lineup. I think she got on against us last year. Um, so I think everyone in that lineup has seen Liz. They have 3 or 4 at bats against her. So, a year's a long time, but you don't forget a pitcher like Liz. So I think that, and I guarantee you, the coach didn't forget about her. So,
Oh,
so, so they've been working, strategies against her, just like we've been working strategies against their pitcher these last couple days. So, um, you know, you can't just go into a game like this all willy nilly and just hope that your kids can put a bat on the ball. I mean, you do have to prepare them. This is a little bit different level than playing a Tri Valley League game or something like this. I mean, we need to prepare them for certain situations. We need to prepare them for certain pitch counts. We need to prepare them for different pitch tendencies. It's not just, you don't just go into it like, hey, hit a good pitch. I mean, that doesn't get you very far at this level.
so I thought it was pretty cool. I think it was your Facebook, Craig, where Aaron Cressman showed up.
Oh yeah, she came
That
down
was
from
pretty cool. How
Boston.
did that go?
Yeah. Oh, she was. The girls were more excited about seeing her than they were playing the game. So, I had to reel them back in. I'm like, okay, everybody, get your last minute hug in. Let's go. We got a game to win. Because that was the opening round of playoffs. And Aaron said, do you mind if I come down? I'm like, no, I think it's great. I said, I'm not going to let them sit out there on your lap the whole game, though. Because we don't win this game, season's over. So but no, the kids were happy to see her. It was great to see her. I talk to Aaron almost every day, so we'll text back and forth, and she'll ask how things are going and what we're doing, what kind of prep we're doing. And I don't think she got enough credit for the amount of work and effort and time that she put into the program. I like to say I'm just picking up the luggage that she kind of dropped off the terminal, to get this whole thing started. So,
Is there any particular theme or message you've been giving you want the kids to keep in mind as this game comes around tomorrow?
well, tonight we ended practice. I'm like, listen, like, the pressure of this game is all on Forest Hills. I mean, their coach said in an interview after the Phillipsburg game that we've been so close to hanging a district championship banner in the gym, that we're so close last year. We want to just try to finish the job. Like, we've been here. We know what it takes to win this game. We've felt what it feels like to win this game. We also know that we're playing next week regardless. So all of the pressure of this game is on Forest Hills. So I told the girls, I'm like, listen, we just need to have fun, stay loose, stay relaxed. Don't try to do too much. It's basically the same speech I gave them in the 11th inning the other night. I'm like, just, we scratch out 3, 4, 5 runs. If we can just manufacture a couple runs, we're in good shape. I think we're in good shape. So we don't have to hit 3-run homers, and we don't have to try to hit 3-run homers. I think if we just stay with our game that we've played all year long, um, you know, the girls are always loose. They're always relaxed. They're all almost a little too relaxed sometimes. Um, but I would rather have them that way than be tight, you
Yeah.
know. And so yeah, we're just looking to go up there and just have a good game and string a few hits together. We might jiggle a few things around it that just to try to set ourselves up for bunching some hits tomorrow and bunching some base runners together and whatnot. But nothing too crazy. But um, you know, we can get we. These guys, when one of them hits a double to the gap, they all want to hit a double to the gap. So we just got to get somebody early on, just lighting the fire. And I think our game plan that Jack and Jordan and Liv talked about after practice today, I think it'll give us a good shot at doing that tomorrow. So that's the plan. If it works, we look like geniuses. If it doesn't, we'll eat that one. But I think we're in good shape for tomorrow.
Now there was a lot of obviously after last year, high expectations this year, and you guys have handled it well. What are you most proud of when you look at this team's season so far and their journey back to the District 6 championship?
What I'm most proud of, and we actually talked about this, one of the things that kind of got us in a little bit of trouble, and it comes from a sheer lack of experience at a lot of the girls. They just don't have a lot of game time experience, big time game time experience. I think our base running this year, the way we've been committed and the way we've been aggressive, I like to call it, organized chaos on the bases. So we've tried to be, we've tried to make things happen on the bases, and as this season has gone on, I have more and more confidence in more and more of the girls to execute that. Last year there was a couple that I could take a couple chances with on the bases. This year, I mean, we practice it. We drill base running. We drill how far to get with your lead, how far to get with your secondary, like how to read a ball to the gap. Like we practice that stuff, and so they can get real time, real speed experience. I know I can go first to third on that hit. I know I can draw a throw to third on that hit. Or, like the softball IQ is starting to come up. I guess that's one of the things that I'm most proud of. I mean, we've cut our strikeouts in half. We've doubled our walks, so we're taking advantage of good pitches. We're not swinging at garbage. I mean, our on base percentage as a team is almost 500. So 1 out of every 2 girls that comes up this season over 23 games has gotten on base. I mean, it's tough not to score runs when every other girl is getting on base. So that's what I'm most proud of. We know we're going to be in every game with Liz in the circle. She's going to give us a chance to win every game. But in those close games, whenever, runs are at a premium, you got to figure out how to manufacture some runs. So we've been able to do that.
Awesome.
Kenny, you got anything, buddy?
Yeah, I got a 2-parter.
Sure.
I keep going back to but that game you guys played last week was incredible. You've coached a long time at different levels. Have you ever played in a game quite like that? And I guess the second part of the question is, even though you guys only lost one time this season, do you think capturing that win will even put you, more confident as you go into the upcoming games?
I'm going to answer the second part of that first because I have a great story for the first part of that question.
Okay.
So, the second part, I think it definitely gives us confidence because I think the girls can see that it doesn't matter where we are in the lineup. It doesn't matter what the situation is with two outs or whatever the count is. Um, when you win close games and when you win a number of close games and you win them in any number of ways, the girls start to feel confident that we are never out of this. Even down to our last pitch 3 times, I don't think they ever realized or thought that they were out of that game. So does that give us confidence going forward? Absolutely. It gives me confidence because I know I can do stuff to put a runner in scoring position, sacrificing an out, knowing that I have confidence in the next girl to get a hit. And it doesn't matter if it's the 1 hitter, the 7 hitter, the 9 hitter. Because once they start believing that they can win in any situation, then I have confidence in them, and then we can kind of coach to that that confidence. The second or the first part of that question. So I was just telling DJ this. We went to dinner after practice, and I was telling her. She keeps saying, "I can't believe you won that game. I still can't believe you guys won that game." And I said, "There's only been one game, and there's probably maybe some people that are out there listening that might remember this game. I wish my old buddy Steve Britt was around because Britty and I used to talk about this game all the time. We used to call it the nosebleed game. And never forget it. We're playing out in Milroy in a tournament, and we're playing an older, I think we were 14U at that time, but we were playing Steve Myers' team. And Steve had just an amazing team at that time. And I had played them numerous times, and we had never beaten them. And we were playing them, and we were like 3-2 with a few minutes left on the clock, and we came back and got it to a one run game on an amazing hit by Corey Treaster. I remember Corey Treaster hit it, and I got so pumped up, and my blood pressure jumped through the roof. My nose just like exploded. And I'm just profusely bleeding out on third base. And somebody's yelling at me. And I yelled into the dugout and I said, "Somebody give me a towel." And they got me a towel. And I'm standing on third base coaching the rest of that game with just like blood running down my hand and my arm because my blood pressure was through the roof.
Wow.
And I'll never, ever forget that. That was the most intense softball game I was ever in. And this one was close. This one the other night was close. In fact, Brad Strasser down at Juniata County Radio said, "You're all calm, cool, and collective." And I was like, "No, I'm about ready to have a stroke." I was pretty wound up. So.
Whoa. Yeah,
It's just like
that's wound up.
That's why people ask me why I still coach, and
To get nosebleeds.
well, the reason I still coach is I love the excitement of the kids in a moment like that. I love the excitement that I feel. And when I stop, I've said this a number of times, when I stop running down the baseline with the winning run in a close game, I'll quit coaching because then it's no longer fun to me. Like that's fun. That's fun to me. And seeing their successes and seeing their growth and seeing all that stuff, that's all definitely part of it. But that game situation and to feel the adrenaline and to feel the excitement of the crowd, of the players, everybody. When I quit running down the baseline, people are probably going to say, yeah, he's done. And I'll say I'm done. I want to keep feeling that excitement, and that's
Well,
that's what I love about it.
I want you to put, and I know you're not, I want you to put on, just for one moment, a little selfish hat. Okay?
Okay.
You've been in a lot of games in all different levels, but
Mhm.
this is going to be your first time as a head coach in a District 6 championship.
Mm-hmm.
Give me your thoughts and feelings about that.
Oh, I want to win.
But I
I
mean the
want to win.
excitement. I mean, you know what I'm saying.
Oh yeah. I mean,
There's people, honestly, there's people that have coached softball for a long time that have never gotten this far.
mm-hmm. I'll tell you. So my very first game, we played Penns Valley. Very first varsity game as a head coach of a high school team. I had more butterflies in that first game than I had felt since I was on a wrestling mat in high school. Just the excitement and the anticipation and the nervousness. And I stood there and I said to Jack, I'm like, I've coached in 2,000 games. Why am I so nervous right now? But it's like a different level, you know.
Right on.
So this district championship game, I mean, I'm going to do my best to stay calm and whatever, but I guarantee you, I have butterflies jumping all over my guts, and that's what keeps it real. That's what keeps it fresh. That's what keeps it fun. And yeah, I want to win it. I want to win it and carry another gold medal back to Juniata County. So, yeah, yeah, I, you know, I'm definitely not going up there to lose. I can tell you that much. So, well, I don't think the girls are either. The
No.
girls definitely they're hungry for another banner. So
Got Josh, our buddy Josh Yoder, wishing you good luck.
thanks, Josh.
Let's see. Josh gave us a care too. I don't know all those symbols and signs on
Yeah,
Facebook. It's like some smiley face thing.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Uh,
I want to say something like and
oh,
a lot
okay.
of times,
Um,
when teams are winning, they wanna give all praise to the coach, and when teams are losing, they want to give all hell to the coach.
Coach
But
sucks.
a lot of times the people that are forgotten in the thing are the players, and we have 15 girls that have varsity at bats this year. We have 15 girls that are going to get varsity letters this year, and they've worked their asses off, and they come to practice every day, and they work hard every day, and they want to get better, and they want to see the program succeed for years down the road, and now we're getting like the Juniata Town Ball League. We're getting those players like trying to get involved in a travel team, or they want to have clinics, or they want to do this. And so you know these players, and especially these the four seniors that are graduating tonight, you know they were freshmen when we first went down there, and I want to tell you something. It was a freaking circus that first year that we were down at Juniata, and these seniors, they have stuck with it, and they have put a complete high school and a complete community on their back and said, we're going to go do something special. And they have done something special, you know. Since their sophomore year, when I think back on it, their sophomore year, we finished the season. We went on an 8-1 run. Last year we were 25-4. So that's 33-5, and this year we're 22-1. So 55-6 over the last 2.5 years. I mean, they have, and those 3 seniors or 4 seniors, they have put this program on their back and said, let's go make something special happen, and those, they kind of get forgotten about, So I just want to give shout outs to Shay and Lex and Liz and the other Lex, because we have 2 Lexes that are graduating. So they've been pretty special for not just the school and the program, but for Juniata County and the town down there that comes out and supports us. So hats off to them.
Absolutely. Craig Snyder says, Craig says, listen in. Well, that's what we do.
Craig's a good dude. Craig's a videographer. He's going to be traveling. He's going to be traveling from EJ. He's going to be traveling from EJ up to cheer us on up at Evansburg tomorrow, up at Central Cambria. So he's a good guy.
Nice.
That's a drive, man.
Mm-hmm.
I have nightmares about going up Crescent Mountain and stuff.
Well, at least we shouldn't have to worry about snow tomorrow.
No, well, you never know.
Well, that's true. You do never know.
We were
JJ played college ball up at Mount Aloysius, and they played the first 2 months of the season in the freaking snow up there. So
yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
we had this just tells you how far back it was in the Sentinel. Scott Franco and I went up. It was a doubleheader basketball playoffs with Lewistown and IV.
Oh yeah.
It was raining in Altoona. We got on the top of the Crescent Mountain, and it was 7 inches of snow.
Oh, yeah.
We stopped at a Unimart, and I asked the lady, why the hell would you ever want to live here? Why?
Yeah, for sure.
At least softball, yeah, you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
Sean says, good luck, Craig, in the softball.
Cool. Thank you.
I
want to give a little shout out to my good buddy Pete Voss. He's the head coach down at Midwest.
Yeah, they're having a heck of a season.
His daughter McKinnon plays on my Lady Patriots team in the summer, and they got their first ever softball district championship yesterday. They knocked off Loyalsock, who had beaten them twice earlier this season. They knocked them off 14-2, and they're sitting at the top half of that state bracket. They play Littlestown on Monday, so good job by Pete down there, and good luck to the Midwest girls. So
yeah, District 4 champions. I'm not sure. That might be the first team championship Midwest has had. Not just in softball. I mean, ever.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure of that, but I know it's definitely their first one in softball. So they had a nice little team down there. We played them the first 2 years, and actually they beat us twice. Their Midwest is 2-0 against us in our 4 years down there. So,
you mentioned this before, but I want to get a deeper perspective on. Last year you talked about it. This year, the Juniata community and the way and what it means to this team.
Oh, it's enormous. Last year they supported us because we didn't have the funds to really travel on anything but a school bus to some of these long road trips. And Jack and I were like, listen, we need to get these kids comfortable going on these long bus trips. And the boosters, to their credit, they went out and talked to local businesses and talked to local residents. And, they single-handedly in a couple weeks raised the money that put us on these buses and got us post-game meals and made the girls feel pretty special for what they did. And this year we went out preseason and we said, hey, we'll hang a banner on our outfield fence if will help us out, to help cover some costs for the season and whatnot. And I mean, we sold without even trying. We sold 25 banners, and we even had people just give us donations to the boosters. Just they didn't even want recognition for it. So they just wanted to see the kids succeed. They wanted to see something that the community could rally around. And I don't know if you noticed it or not, but the world's kind of a crazy place right now.
Yeah.
So if a small town like Mifflintown and the outlying areas around Mifflintown can rally around a group of 26, 27 girls to make them feel like they're doing something that's making a difference. I mean, it's an amazing thing. As an adult, you kind of appreciate it. I'm not 100% sure the girls completely get it, but what I do know is the girls look out and see 500 people sitting around the outfield for every single home game that we play. And that's something that's really, really, really cool because, I gotta be honest with you, even up here in Mifflin County, we never had that kind of following up here, and we were very successful, So yeah, it's great. It's been great. They've been fantastic. I get text messages all the time. Your softball team's the talk of the town, man. Keep it going. So that always makes it feel worthwhile.
Awesome.
Mhm.
Anything, Kenny, you'd like to add?
Just when we talked earlier in the season, you said that the offense was really gonna. You were really hoping the offense would come around, and are you happy at what point you're at right now? Is that at the point you were hoping it would be?
Oh, it's better.
Mhm.
So last year we talked at the preseason meeting back in the fall, and last year as a team we hit 285, and the bottom half of our lineup was struggled for most of the season, and we said we wanted to build a lineup that was strong top to bottom, and we worked all off season, we worked all spring, and we've raised our team batting average by over 100 points, and we raised our lower half of our lineup by almost 200 points. So yeah, I'm ecstatic with how they're performing. I mean, like I said, I you know, we don't have to rely on one or two or three kids to get a job done. We're hitting line drives from 1 through 9, and we've had different people in different spots in the lineup, and they continue to get the job done. So I'm extremely happy with what they're doing. Um, Offensively, and we faced some pretty good pitchers this year. We faced some pretty good teams, and we've had some success against some very, very good players. So
Awesome. Anything else you would like to add, sir, that we may have missed in our questions, or just a comment you have?
well, the one thing that I do want to comment on, and I'd be remiss to not recognize the greatness that truly is Liz Gager, and but not just her, some of the other, if you will, the studs on our team. But um, Liz right now, after her 28 strikeout game, which I'm still trying to research, I think that might be the Pennsylvania state record for strikeouts in a game. I'm pretty sure it is, but I haven't been able to
Yeah, I
confirm
think
that
that's a
or
good
not.
bet.
Mhm.
Um, but she's sitting currently at 1,215 strikeouts for her career, and I just don't know that many people can fathom
No.
how impressive of a number that is. And so I just want to give her credit to how hard, incredibly hard she's worked not just through her high school career, but preparing for her high school career for that accomplishment. The other thing is she's sitting at 113 career hits. So she's sitting at 113 career hits. Lexi France is at 114 career hits. The school record is 126 by Aaron Prey. So we gotta get them a couple more games and a couple more hits to try to challenge that record. But either way, there's only been 3 girls in history that have at Juniata that have reached 100 hits, and 2 of them are going to be playing tomorrow.
Wow.
And then Shay Armstrong sitting at 80 hits. And then we have 2 juniors right now that have a good shot at getting to 100 hits next year with Reagan Lowry and Savannah Marshall. So, that's a testament. It's not just about one person. It's about a group. It's about a team, and they've all bought into that team mentality. And I think that's the thing. Nobody puts anybody down. Nobody puts anybody up. They all are teammates, and to watch them warm up together and practice together and just laugh and joke and have a good time together. It's extremely refreshing as a coach when you don't have to mitigate, this little cliquey behavior that sometimes can happen. So, that's been a big key to our success the last couple of years. So
awesome. Craig, good luck tomorrow, my friend.
Yeah,
We're cheering you on. We're rooting for you.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Congratulations on the season. Let's keep it going, and good luck tomorrow.
We are going to do our best. We're going to bring another gold medal back to Juniata County. So
awesome.
That'd be awesome.
Yes.
And Juniata will freak out again.
I hope. Lots of fire trucks, lots of people.
Yep.
Lots of fun. Lots of fun.
All right, buddy. Thank you for coming on. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate what you guys are doing for the kids in the area, and it's refreshing that you guys are giving these high school kids and some of these college kids some kudos that they don't always get. So I appreciate what you guys are doing too.
Thanks. So tell me, what are our chances of ever getting Liz on here?
Well, let's win a state championship. I bet she comes on.
Okay. Then she better win. If you guys win a state championship, I want to see her on here.
Okay, I'll get her on here.
Okay.
All right. We'll see ya.
See ya. That was Craig Bubb, Juniata softball coach, playing at 6:30 tomorrow night against Forest Hills for the AAA, right?
Yes.
AAA championship, a rematch of last year that the Indians won 2-1 in 8 innings. So it should be a good game.
Yes, definitely. Hopefully it won't be as nail biting as the one they had last week. But
that was a scary game.
Mm-hmm.
Are you covering that or you got other things? Ken.
Oh no, I won't be. Oh. I won't be able to make the trip down. I have a day job at 4:30. Yeah. Okay. Am I there?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, I have a day job that I do.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
And I won't be able to get to it. Yeah. So unfortunately, I'll have to just sit by and wait for updates.
And up your way, you still have Bald Eagle baseball and softball and Bellefonte baseball in it, right?
And softball. Yeah.
Okay. Bellefonte softball too.
Yeah. They've really turned it on here at the end of the season, and they play tomorrow actually as well over at Bald Eagle. So, and they go up against St. Mary's.
Oh, the Flying Dutch. Well, would these be the Flying Dutch women?
Yeah, that's
They're the Flying
or
Dutchman,
or the Lady Dutchman.
the Lady Dutchman,
Dutchman.
the Lady
So,
Dutchman. Do you have any
yeah.
shout outs, buddy?
Oh my God, I got shout outs for this past week. Um,
Let me get
besides
the
the
music.
Juniata, man, that.
Let me get to.
Alrighty.
I figured we had shout outs. We haven't done a show in 2 weeks.
All right.
Shout outs by Kenny Varner.
Okay, here we go. First shout out. This is kind of like 1 and 2 are kind of like interconnected. First is shout out to Bald Eagle softball pitcher Sierra Albright. Tossed a no hit contest in the D6 semis against Penns Valley to give her team the chance to go to the D6 title game, which an update that they did win. So they are District 6 champions. And also to the rival pitcher, Penns Valley pitcher Taylor Bumgardner, as she tossed a one hitter in the loss against Bald
Wow.
Eagle.
Give up
So
one hit and you lose.
yeah, and how manufacturing a run, and Coach Don Lucas, he was able to get her across. So, congratulations to both. It was a tough loss for Taylor, but they both played a great game. So, shout out to them. This is today, hot off the press. Bald Eagle softball player Alexis Bainey broke 2 home runs in helping BA softball to another District 6 title. So, congrats. And they will head to states as well. It's like deja vu from last year. Both Juniata, Bald Eagle, and both the Belfont and Bald Eagle baseball teams. So anyway, okay, here we go. This one is Jackson France, 14 from McAllister, placed 4th in the state in junior high tie down roping and in
Ah,
state shoot dogging, and won the all around cowboy. He'll be representing Pennsylvania at the National Junior High Finals, taking place in Des Moines, Iowa, in June. Um, the top 4 in each state, plus Mexico and Canada, qualified to attend. Jackson will be competing on 2 of his horses, Zoolander and Blue Ricochet. So, good luck and congratulations. Now back to baseball. Belfont's Trevor Johnson became the team's all-time leading home run leader, hitting his 20th home run. So
nice.
good job. And this is same dugout. Belfont baseball coach John Clark collected his 100th win recently in the postseason. So congratulations on a great career so far. And I know he's not done yet. Next shout out is to Mifflin County baseball player Xavier Smith, who was a triple short of hitting for the cycle in the team's win in the district title game against State College. He hit a moonshot that's probably still up in orbit right now. It was a heck of a hit. So, and then congrats to the Mifflin County baseball team, who 3 years ago had only 3 wins in the season, and this year had 14 and a district title. So nice turnaround there
Yep.
for the team.
In
Shout
Ray
out to
Hopple's
the
first year.
state college softball team. Yeah, yep. And it was the game against State College was very impressive. They jumped out to a early lead and was able to fend them off at the end. So it was. I'm not sure. Is that Mifflin County's first District 6 baseball title? I can't
Third.
remember. Third? Okay.
Yeah. I think they won one with Bernie Howard and one with Travis Zook.
Okay. Okay.
If I'm not mistaken. But that's their
No,
third.
Okay. Yeah, my memory anymore is just getting ridiculous in my old age.
Tell me.
Here's a shout out to East Juniata hurdler Joseph Book. Finished with the
Yeah,
state
state
championship.
champ.
Yeah, and a third place, I believe, right?
Yep.
Yep, in the 110 and the 300-meter hurdles. Going to go to lacrosse now. Congrats to State College lacrosse player Cooper Brushwood on being voted MVP of the Mid-Penn Commonwealth Division. And then this is one I saved for last because I think this is such an incredible feat. 9-year-old Garrett Shaver pitched a no-hitter, perfect game with 15 strikeouts in a 9-0 win against Rita's in the minor league.
Nice.
So that's a nice start for someone such, you don't usually hear of a complete game, perfect game, no
No.
hitter in that at that age. So it might be a name to keep an eye on as we go, as he goes through and gets to the higher levels. So I'm that is it for shout outs for the night.
All right. That was a good bunch of shout outs.
Yeah.
Congratulations to all of them. I got congratulations to everybody, all the students who are graduating.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck out in the real world.
Most definitely.
And congratulations. All right. That's going to wrap up our show tonight. We thank everybody for hanging around with us on Wednesday night. We'll be back next week, wrap up the spring season. And, well, we probably have some teams still going. Hopefully, Juniata is still going and Bald Eagle and them. But we'll be back next week for another edition of the Press Box. Until then, have a great rest of your week and an even better weekend. Thanks, everybody. Good night.
Good night, everybody.